All right, my name is Douglas Hill. This is going to be my Module 3 demo video. For this module, I decided to go with the Java language. What I set out to create was a text-based role-playing game. What I ended up with after 20 plus hours is a class and a main file that controls a character and multiple characters simultaneously, um, defining the different behaviors and things that the character can do. So if this video sounds rushed, it's because I've already made two and they were both too long for YouTube. So I'm going to just skip over a whole lot of stuff and talk about primary functions. But you can see this is my main file and this is my class function. It's got different character attributes. I've got hash maps here that describe different aspects of how a character behaves. I'm going to jump into where are you? This attack function. So, for instance, when the attack function is called in the main function, so the attack type is passed in, so it's either melee or ranged. Um, so, if it's melee, then it will. Let's see. So it'll first check to see that the melee slot's not empty. If it's not empty, then it will jump in and it will grab the min damage. So I have a weapon damage hash map, and then I have an equipped gear hash map that has different item slots. So as an argument to the weapon damage, it will go to the equipped gear, it'll go to the weapon slot, and then pass that back to the weapon damage, and then it'll give me the index 0 of an integer array as the minimum. Same thing here, it'll do for 1. Down here, same thing for ranged, only it's going to check for arrows, and then change the number of arrows that are in the inventory. So we've got a bunch of different getters and setters here, but I'm not going to go into those. In my main file, I have my main file, which is a do while loop. Starts off just by creating a character file directory to save files to, and then I have a list, and it's going to hold character objects, and then I have a player character that's just originally says to null. Then it will be populated later. Um, Not going to talk a lot more about that. I have a function specifically for executing the user input, as opposed to having this as part of the main file. Um, in here, the active character will change. So at the end of this, it will return back to the main function to whoever the active character is. Then I've got different functions that print characters in the party. I can get a list of the saved characters in the file. I can have my shop function. I'm going to go briefly into this one. I think this one took a while before too. In the shop function, I have defined another class, a mixed container class that allows me to save different attributes of items that are in the shop. This is the item type, so it's either an equipment or a consumable. The equipment slot, so it's either armor, melee, ranged. The item name, specifically the gold cost for the item, and then the count is how many items is purchased in a single transaction. So you can see here that's all initialized right here. Here's a menu that just shows the items, how much, what they do, how much they cost. Here's an if and an else if block that this is for consumables, allows the player to buy multiple stacks of arrows or multiple potions, or just you buy one of an equipment item. So that's that. Close it. Then I have my serialized character object and my load character object from file functions. This is what saves a character object to file for use later and then loads it later. So it starts off by creating an empty byte array. I create an output stream array object, and it's passed into, or this is a byte output stream, and that's passed into an object output stream object, and then it's written to that. So this gets written to this. And then I have a serialized character object is equal to the byte output to byte array. And this is all in a try block. So yeah, so that's how that works. And then the try block, I have another try block here that creates a file output stream object that takes the directory location that I want to save a character to as an argument, and then it will write this serialized object to the file. So that's how it's saved. And then for loading, It's kind of the inverse of that. Things are input, but there's a little bit fewer steps. So inside this try block, it creates an object input stream with an argument, which is the file input stream, which also has an argument of its own as the location of the file I'm trying to load. And then it will create a player character object as a read of this object. And then I can print everything's about that. But at that point, I have a new character object and it's passed in, and then it's added to my list of active characters. So those are my main functions that cover pretty much all the bases of the requirements, be it the basic or the stretch challenges. One part of the stretch challenge was to read and write to a file, so I accomplished that. And one of the others was to use the implements keywords. So in order to do the read and write, I needed to implement the serializable class to make the object something that can be serialized and then deserialized for loading and saving. So I've accomplished that. So I guess I was running this there. All right. So you can see my character file directory already exists, so it doesn't need a new and then make a new one. So I can create a new character. So I'm going to create one. I have Messi is here. He is a rogue. So different thing I can do. I can create a character, load a character, save character file. I can print my list of characters by hitting F. Any of these, whatever's in the parentheses is the command. I can change my active character. I can print my characters in the party, display character info. This one's redundant. Not going to do that one. And that's redundant. Not going to do that one either because it's already being done automatically every time the do while loop executes. Then there's the shop, the experience, gold, an attack, and health potion usage, and then taking damage. And most of these are things that would happen during combat or other times. These are just basic functions that allow me to test the different things that go on in the character object. So I've already created a character. So I have Messias. Uh, let's see. So I'm going to create another character. Let's call him Tormac. I'm going to say him as my main character. So when it loops, it just shows who's my main character. Here's his equipment. There's his information. So I'm going to save Tormac to file. Actually, no, I'm going to shop with him first, so I can show that things are changing. So he's going to have a two-handed axe. He's going to buy a bow. He's going to buy air. Whoa! Oh, screwed that up. Obviously, I need some more error checking. All right, let's try that again. Let's make a different character. We're going to make Dude the warrior. He's going to go to the shop. Please create or choose an active character. That's fun. Create. Dude is a warrior. Oh, I must have typed something wrong. Okay, so now I have Dude the warrior. He's going to go shopping. He's going to buy a two-handed axe. He's going to buy a bow. He's going to buy arrows. He's going to buy 2 stacks. And then he's going to buy a health potion. Going to have 1. And I'm going to give him some gold back just so I can buy a little bit more stuff. And he's going to buy some more health potions. Score 5. And I'm going to leave the shop. So now he's got his equipment, and I'm going to save him to file. So now if I hit F, it'll show all the characters that I have saved to file. I've got Messias and Tormac here from previous attempts to make this video. So now I have Dude saved. So if I attack with Dude, I can say melee, then he'll attack and do 5 damage. If I do the same thing and do range, then he'll do 5 damage, I guess, with his bow. Now I did 6 damage, so that's different. If I, let's see, I'm going to print my party. So right now I have 2 dudes. I'm going to create another one. I'm going to create Scandrick the Mage. No, he's active and he's added to the party now. So now I've got Scandrick. So I'm going to change to him. So now he's my main character. So I just wanted to show that I can switch between characters. Um, and then go back to. Now this is going to break. Okay. Well, let's do another one. He's got added in twice for some reason. Um, so I already showed that. Let's load Tormac from the previous video. So Tormac here, I made him level 3 by adding experience to him. And you can see as he's gained levels, level 5 now, he's got more hit points. He's got 8 armor. He's got 100 gold, so let's go shop with him. I'm going to buy some chainmail. And I'm going to leave the shop. And now you can see his armor went up because he added some chainmail. Let's make him take some damage. So now he took 10 damage here. If I use a pot, he'll go back up 5. Now he'll hit his max. And then he'll use another one, but it won't do anything because I've written it so that he can't go back up. He can't go above his max health. So that's my program that covers all the bases of what it can do. I've really enjoyed doing this, and I'm going to flesh it out into a full scale game. But for now, that is my demo video.